Morning, 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 everyone. This is Trend Follower this side, and it's that time of the week. Today, we'll look at some of the zones and thought process I have about this week, some of the ideas that I think can work. But before I begin, I have to start with talking about last week. It was a big move week, I would say. I can even call it reversal week, especially with respect to DXY. And what helped me personally was that I said DXY will USD names will not trade till Wednesday, which was the rate statement day. And when that happened, like before that, a big move happened. So I couldn't trade any USD names after that because of price action, right? Having said that, this is the reason I said to wait, which is it took liquidity from here. And at that time, it took liquidity from here. So will it go up or will it come back down? I don't know, right? But what really helped was to stay away from USD names. But it was mentally draining, I'm not gonna lie. So on Euro GBP also, I said this was a zone, it can hold, it didn't. But then it came here. So I still was biased to the upside on Euro GBP, and I took it here. It went up, right? So when I say first priority is this, second priority is this, there's a reason I say that. And that's why Euro GBP I was in this, and I got I think hammered with, I think it was GBP NZD. Uh One was I think, I don't remember clearly, but I do remember like overall last week I did 3R, which is what I target in a week. So I got lucky, I would say, with more than lucky. I think it's the training, just focus on something which you have very high conviction on. Uh, I would just say that's why I said Euro GBP would be first. And when everything was moving like crazy, I just waited for Euro GBP. And but seeing everything was mentally training because it made sense. Technically also it made sense, but I wasn't expecting such a big move. But when it started continuing, I said on Twitter that this is the drawn liquidity. And this was also not surprising that it went down. I wanted to start shorting here, but then uh, it was Friday. I didn't want to open a new trade, and more importantly, I wasn't sure that it will. I mean, with such a fast reaction with news, you don't get a chance to enter as such. Anyway, so we'll start today's video on with DXY, right? So now again, DXY, we are at a point where, it's tough to say what can happen, and that's why uh, I do have some thought process, which please listen carefully because any of these cases can happen. One is DXY is in this daily demand, right? With such a strong move, there is a possibility we break this low, but then after holding this, we go up, right? At least to this area. Whenever there's this long wicks, right, I don't trust them for downside. Yes, there is a possibility that it chops here. If it doesn't break this, chops here slowly, right? And then go down and then come up, right? So how will I trade it? First, I want to see price action here, right? If it chops, right, and goes down a little, comes back up, that's when I would think something like this. If it bounces strongly, I would not trust it. But if it bounces very strongly, then maybe something like this. That's the thought process I have on DXY. We are at in a zone, like in a place where I don't know what can happen next. Generally, this strong move can chop and go down, but because of this daily demand, it is possible that it negates it, comes back up and then continues, right? So that's my thought process on DXY. The second one I have to talk about is GBP. The reason I am talking about GBP is GBP names have various equal lows and equal highs, and it is very weak. So like on the future chart, this is the equal low, right? Uh, Plus on top of that, it also has this rate statement this week, right? So major news and equal lows, equal highs. So if you see GBP USD, you see equal um, lows there. On GBP CHF, it had equal lows. It may bounce and then come back down. GBP CAD, this one is a tough one because it has equal highs instead. But I thought I saw equal lows. No, okay. Then GBP JPY again equal lows. Um, Anything else? No, that's kind of it. Okay. So now coming to the trade ideas, right? So first we'll look at GBP or GBP USD. Basically, it has equal highs. Now here, what I think is GBP doesn't have with GBP, there are two thought process, and I will share both. So let me not delete that. One is you have this hammer candle, long way. So maybe we break the weekly high, right? Maybe we break the weekly high and then come in this zone, and that's where I will short it in this area. There is a possibility it tests this. If it tests this daily supply, that's it. It's definitely gonna go down. This one here, right? So I think what can happen, one case is it does that, right? Because of the hammer candle. The second is it breaks this weekly high, this one, right? And then comes in this zone, which is like a daily fair value gap, comes down, right? And the third is it just comes down from here. Uh, the reason the third one is also possible, which is because of DXY, as I said, right? With DXY, there is a possibility that a little bounce, little fall, and then reclaim, right? There is a possibility of that. Uh, but if that happens, the move, I will stop it when it comes back here, right? Because if you're doing this, either you make a higher high, which is very less probable with this, or you continue going down, right? So what I would like to see is DXY chop around, comes here, and then reclaim, and then go up, right? And that's where I will trade GBP USD. The scenario then I will trade is just this. It comes here and goes down. Why is this zone important? If you look at 8 hour, there's like nice supply here, and this fair value gap caused this reaction down. So I think you can test this fair value gap again, which maps with the weekly level which we are talking about. I would like to match it up with GBP CAD. I want to see what will happen there. Again, see long wicks. When these long wicks are there, I don't trust that so much. So what I would like to see is the break of weekly high, right? So if weekly high breaks, I will enter GBP USD. Remember, my main focus would be GBP names. I should clarify that. And within that, USD and CHF would be my top priority. Okay, in terms of CHF, again, this one is a very beautiful chart. So there is this 12-hour order block, but I would like CHF to come in this region. Now, why do I think there is a possibility of CHF to come here, or let me convert to daily, or here? Now, why do I think that? The reason I think that is because GBP after breaking equal lows can come back up, right? So I think that will cause the move in GBP CHF and GBP JPY where they both can come up, right? I would like to enter GBP CHF, and as I said, the reason would be there is a daily zone here, this one, and if you see 8 hours, there's a lovely 8 hour fair value gap where it's showing that That was the fair value gap where it rejected from, right? Where did that go? Yeah, right. So it rejected from. So I think you can test this or 50% of this and go down from there. Now, one thing I would mention is GBP CHF. If you have seen the previous videos, I took this trade last week. Uh, this was the zone I was talking about from quite some time. This was one zone, and this one is another zone. So I think I entered here, got stopped out, and then I entered here and got this week, right? But I think there is more downside possible. So I think something like this is possible, right? So with GBP CHF again, I want the name to come in this zone, right? So GBP USD is dependent on DXY, GBP CHF. I really like this zone. I would love to trade that. So then GBP CAD, all I want with GBP CAD is either come in this zone or break this high. That's where my focus would be. Okay, then GBP JPY, all I will do, I think what it will do is like bounce from here. I will focus on GBP JPY once it tests this region, right? Ideally, I want it to come here. There is a good 8 hour supply here. If it straight comes there, that's good. I think it would not be that easy. Why? Because of this huge fair value gap, right? So I think that would be tough. So that's why I will start focusing on GBP's JPY right here. But I will not, I should mention, I will not trade GBP JPY as such. I will instead trade GBP CHF. Okay, odd USD, NZD USD. I think this is providing a very good zone because it has a lot of confluence in this zone. What I will do with odd USD is if you see odd USD on 8 hour, for example, and am I saying that right? Yeah. So this made lower high, then higher high, but this has made higher lower high, right? So odd USD is clearly more strong. I would want to see you see this caused this to don't move, so it can do something like this. I personally want to see an SMT, so I would ideally want it to let me move to daily. Ideally want it to break this high, something like this, and oh, not this one, sorry. Let me I want this one to break this high or come in this zone, but I want this one ideally to break this high, and NZD USD should not break this high. It should be somewhere here, and then I can play that downside. Basically SMT, right? That's what I want to see. It can be the other way. I would not lie. It can be the other way. It would depend on odd NZD, but odd NZD, if you see, uh, okay. So when I was seeing it, it had this huge candle. I didn't see the close. So, okay, there is this rejection here. It may be possible that it does something like that. So I will have to see which one is more stronger. But according to price action right now seems odd USD is more stronger. So I would want NZD USD to come in this zone before taking a shot, right? Uh, that's odd USD and NZD USD. USD CAD, again, the reaction is from a legit good area. This was the daily supply which caused this. I would not be trading this as such, but I would like to see if I want to go long on this. Let's say there's a big reaction, then it makes sense if it comes back all the way here, right? I keep these to see the market temperature, so to get the nerve of the market, how is USD acting? So if it comes here below this weekly low, I will then focus on this. Now USD JPY is interesting, right? And this I will again use it to see the market now, which is basically what I want to see. There are a few cases, right? One is it does this, one is it does this, one is it does this. My focus personally would be let it come here in this daily demand. and watch the price action. There is a chance with such a candle. Remember this weekly fair value gap caused this move up. There is a chance with such a candle that it does break this low uh, and then goes up. Now, if it comes down here, ideally it should not break this low here because this low has already taken the liquidity, right? So this is a swing low, for example, and most probably this shouldn't be broken. But with such a price action, there is a possibility, right? I personally think it will not break this low. I would let it come here, watch the price action here, and I think you can play it upside, right? I will not play USD JPY. When it comes here, I will try to see wherever USD is showing strength or the probability of showing strength. And this is the exact reason if it comes down here directly at the start of the week that I feel USD will at least show strength for some time, right? So, but if it comes up, then that's a whole different story. The story changes, right? So I want to see something like this. If it comes back here, I'm not doing anything. I want USD JPY to come here, and that's where I will start focusing on USD names. Euro JPP GBP. So if you remember, I mentioned this zone is important. So I do feel now, ideally, if we are truly bullish, this zone should hold, right? So within this zone, there is this daily demand. So I want to see something like this, right? On USD, sorry, Euro GBP, right? So that's where my focus would be. Ideally, if you ask me, my favorite would be it comes here, right? So I want something like this. That will be perfect for my risk to reward, and that's where my focus would be. Okay. On GBP odd, again, this one is interesting because this also has like very clear zone. You are you took this liquidity, right? As we said, odd is most probably stronger, and now this candle action makes me think it wants to go up, but there's this daily supply here, and it can do something like this, right? So I like this chart a lot, and I think GBP odd can do something like this. Uh, then odd JPY. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if JPY comes down, you have this daily demand and it can go up, right? I'm not trading this. I'm not planning to trade this at all. Again, I will only trade this if it comes in this region, and we can take a short here. NZD JPY. Okay, so this one is interesting. Again, equal lows. So again, I will trade only if it comes in this region and we take a shot, right? So I think that's if you see all the charts like these three, all of them are saying something, right? That JPY will start with being strong. I think it will be the CHF CPI, which can cause JPY strength, and later, in the later part of the week, it can show weakness. So am I saying that right? Okay, vice versa. Sorry. I think JPY will show weakness at the start of the week and then later show strength. Yeah, that's the right statement. But remember, JPY is something where I don't think, let's say you get a short here or here, wherever you want, your system says, right? Don't hold it for very long. I don't think JPY, at least right now, it's just first week down close, right? You cannot be sure that it can continue. Yes, they're equal lows, so yes, something like that can happen. But then later on, something like that can also happen. You need more data from the market to be sure what has higher probability. So then we'll go to Euro USD. Again, Euro USD, I really like this area. If it can do something like this, I really doubt it can. I mean, you if there is one name which can do something like that, is Euro USD. But the thing is, it has such a whole like big daily supply that the chances of doing that is less. Instead, the chances of coming here, chopping around, and then coming down is higher, right? But as I said, I would rather trade GBP USD like here if it bounces, then Euro USD because the problem with equal lows, the probability of making a lower low is higher. Again, so uh in my thought process, I think the right action would be something like this. Then you take this low, maybe chop around, and then you come back to this zone or this zone, and I want to capture this move on GBP USD. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's kind of it. So again, my priority for this week would be GBP names. Within that, first priority would be GBP USD and GBP CHF. And later on, I can think about GBP odd and GBP NZD and Euro GBP. Those six names, right? Five names. But that means maybe I will just watch price action on other three, but I will definitely I'm planning to trade GBP USD and GBP CHF. I hope this video made sense, guys. I hope we have a great week. Stay safe there. All the best. See you next week.